Hi, good morning guys. This is Ms. Rankin and welcome to Art Starters. Today we're doing the second principle of design, which is balance. And we are going to work with the yin and the yang today and the Japanese koi fish. Balance is the equilibrium in an artwork. It's also showing stability and harmony. Harmony is a big word for balance. And two different ways you can show this in art: symmetrical and asymmetrical. And symmetrical are very like balanced things. Asymmetrical balance is a little different. It's seen more with positive and negative space. And symmetrical balance is seen with exact duplicates or the reversed image of something. And this is an example of symmetry. So starting with a little history, you guys, just to let you know, the koi fish and the actual yin and the yang, this is a representation of the koi fish from China or Japan, and the dot is symbolic of the dot on the koi fish's head. So I just thought it would be kind of cool to do a balance image of that. Koi fishes are actually the name of them. They're known as living jewels or swimming flowers. They're known for their physical beauty. They originated in East Asia and Persia and China, and they range in size, but they are known for their ability to climb and rush waters and streams. And they are fighters and never give up. I think that's kind of interesting. They're also a symbol for luck and good fortune. So a lot of people have them in ponds around their home and for your family. They also are a symbol of courage. And one of the things that I think is very interesting is, and I think I'm pronouncing this right, but it's called Feng Shui. And it's basically positive and negative energy, and the whole purpose of the yin and the yang is to show harmony with good and evil in the world, and it is a balance of both things, and I think it's very intriguing. So we're going to begin today creating our koi fish, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So let's go ahead and get started. What you're going to need is some very few today. I want you guys to know that I looked for like 30 minutes for my eraser, opened a new one, but finally found it. You're going to need a larger Sharpie if you have one, and some lining, and a pencil, and a ruler, and a template. Okay, so my template is going to be one of my cup holders. And I'm going to go ahead and start with a 4.5 by 5.5 piece of paper or whatever you have available, and begin by tracing the outer edge of your circle. There we go. And then you're going to need your ruler to kind of eyeball halfsies. And I think that half of this is going to be probably about right there. You can kind of guess and then line up the bottom and the top. And I'm going to draw a very light line because I'm going to end up erasing that line. Now, the yin and the yang, the curve of the yin, and I'm going to show you this. See where the tail starts here and the tail starts here? What we're going to start with is right on the edge here, we're going to start with the tail this way. And then right on the edge here, we're going to start with the edge this way. Oops, sorry, I did this wrong. Oops. Oopsies. Yeah, so my husband was laughing. He thought it was intriguing that today I'm doing an art with the topic of balance, and I've been very unbalanced, it seems, all morning, losing the eraser first and other things. So what I have done is from the top here, I've done kind of a backwards S shape. And remember, the tail starts here and does not go over the line, and the tail starts here and does not go over the line. And then on the line, midway is where you're going to put your circle, and midway is where you're going to put your circle, just if you were doing the yin-yang, just so you know. Okay, so I'm going to erase with my eraser that was MIA for a while. It was actually underneath the sticky note right in front of me. Good times. Okay, so moving this out the way, we're going to begin with our fish. The fish, we're doing a very basic shape, and I'm going to turn it this way so I can show you guys better. but I've got it upside down. Oh my. Speaking of balance, alright, get this right. Alright, good times. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is begin with this fish, and I'm going to begin with, in the center here, the shape of the fish's head, and then I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing. Notice that this breaks the line. I'm going to break the line again, and I'm going to do the same exact shape because these fish are supposed to be very similar. They don't have to be exact, but they need to be close. And then I'm going to make the line for that fish, and I'm going to make the line for this fish. I am following the shaping, by the way, of the yin and the yang, and I'm going to go ahead and continue by putting in their tail. And these guys do not have to be perfect, but they can if you wish. Also, let me see, this guy. Alright, so this fish right here, I'm going to go ahead and put his mouth in and begin working on him. I'm going to make sure and put my circle in there. Give him a little eye. Begin by giving a fin here. Alright, and working as I go. Alright, and here is one fish. Now I'm going to begin working on this guy for a moment. I'm going to go ahead and put his, oh, and I almost forgot. They're known kind of like a catfish. They have these whiskers that come off of them. So I'm going to make sure and get that in. So again, this guy down here, they have a look of determination on their face. So I'm putting that in there. I'm going to go ahead and get his whiskers. Continuing to get a fin in and a fin in here, and then this is the flow. Alright, so here is the fish. So the next step you want to do at this point is go ahead and get your Techliner out, and I'm going to begin by just outlining. And something interesting is the fish that you are going to make black is going to be a little bit more difficult, so we're going to do the white fish first. And so the white fish in a family setting is often symbolic of the male son in a family. I just thought that was kind of interesting. And the black fish is the head of the household. It would be considered the father. And that was just kind of some tidbit information that I ran into. What I'm doing right now is I'm just outlining this guy and putting some details in. I'm putting very few details in for this because I want this to be a very simple drawing, almost like a symbol of a fish. So I am working quickly to get this on here, and then I'm going to go back in with the tail. Now you can research your own fish if you'd like to. Okay, so I have that in. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and outline around the edge here. I know a lot of people have a really hard time keeping a straight, nice line. I'll tell you a secret. If you have your hand laying onto the surface of whatever you are drawing and just kind of try not to pick your pencil or your marker up, it helps a lot. Again, I'm just kind of outlining now my yin and my yang. Getting that flowing. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to do is I've got to outline the fish that I'm going to leave black. Now, what I have to do is I have to leave room for the white areas. And if you look at this guy right here, you'll see that my black lines are now white over here. So I have to separate it into sections. So watch as I do this. The body, I am going to draw in first, and then as I get this tail, I'm going to leave a separation right here, and I'm not going to fill it in, okay? And then I'm going to leave a separation right here. So I'm not going all the way to the edge. Okay, and I'm filling this in as quickly as Miss Rinkin can go. Right here is another separation. I have to leave some spots for the gills. The circle this time is going to be left white, as well as the inner part of the eye. Separating the jaw, and I might actually be able to connect those. Okay, so we are at a stopping point. At this point, I am going to erase and continue to get you guys moving. Alright, so I'm erasing all of my pencil lines, and I am going to begin showing you section. I don't want to show you the whole project because, you know, I don't want to take your time all day, but I do want to show you where we are so far. Now what I'm going to begin doing is I'm going to begin coloring with my larger Sharpie the background of my whitefish. So I'm going to turn this around, and I'm just going to begin filling this in. I'm going right up to the edge, but not over. Being careful to stay away from her body. And I hope you are enjoying, by the way, my Japanese Zen meditation relaxing music to put you in the mood of harmony and balance while we are creating our koi today. I actually had a few koi one point in my life, and a golden retriever from in my neighborhood took a bath in my koi pond, and it ended badly. But I had my fish. I had one fish that was actually 3 years old, so they do live a quite long life. They are a symbol of prosperity, although it didn't really happen to me. But in Japan, they are very expensive, and some of these koi fish, believe it or not, can go for thousands of dollars. And the ones that are the most prestigious are the white ones with the red dot on their head, because they are very much in the shape of the Japanese flag. And when I was researching, that is what seemed to be the most pricey, and I thought that was kind of cool, that you could have a fish that had your flag on it, or maybe it's the Chinese flag. I'm sorry, I am an art teacher. I'm pretty sure it's Chinese. But anyway, harmony and balance here, and I'm just filling in. Remember, we have positive, negative space. And we are leaving the white and filling in the black, which is becoming our negative today. We're going to do the opposite to the other side. Alright, so I think I have enough done with this to where I'm going to start with the fish. So the boy, or I guess the male head of the household, is symbolic of the black fish. So I'm going to begin filling him in. So he is actually going to become a positive black space. So you have a negative black space and a positive black space, if that makes any sense. So what you would continue to do is fill in all of these areas until you're done. And you can take it a step further, guys. In my image, I reversed the background too. I split it down the middle, and I did half black and half white. But you do not have to. That's kind of like an embellishment or a finishing touch. So I am going to just continue for about another second or so, a little bit longer, just to show you how to do this, and then I'm going to send you on your way to Happy Drawing Land so you can figure this principle of design out by the use of creating your symmetry of your yin and your yang with your koi fish. And while I was looking this up, I saw a lot about the characteristics of the koi, and I thought it was very, very interesting that they're a symbol for prosperity and good fortune, balance in nature. They're very beautiful too. Alright, so I think that this gets you far enough along with your project to get you started. So what you would continue to do, just so we are square, is you would continue to, oh, and I can show you this. I would fill this in with this one. Alright, so what you would do is you would continue filling the rest of this in black, and then you would continue filling the rest of this in black so that you have a reverse image here. Alright, so yeah, I think I have far enough so that you can see what you're doing. Alright, so again, we are working with balance today, and I hope you guys enjoy your project. Happy drawing, and I am wishing blessings of prosperity and harmony in your life. Have a great, great day.